got a flare up.
Oh,
big time flare up.
We gotta shut it. For the wings?
Today we are gonna try what's called the 0 to 400 method for wings to get crispy wings. Thanks again to Chillamatic01 for recommending this. We love the style of wings that we do in the baskets. You've seen us do that probably 100 times by now.
Yeah, we haven't strayed from it because it's so good.
They turn out really well, but everybody swears by this 0 to 400 method. So we figured we'd try it, and Chillamatic actually said that he does 0 to 700 on his Rectech. But if we go to 600 degrees, are we gonna burn those things into like charcoal? So this method's actually about 4 years old, I think, right? You said you saw a Reddit thread or something?
Yeah, last week I saw a Reddit thread and a guy was saying how he was giving kudos to someone who changed his life for posting it on Reddit. But the guy was like, you literally changed my life. So if these wings can get crispy, I was thinking like sometimes I'm lazy, I don't want to mess with the whole basket.
The basket, yeah.
But when I don't, my wings aren't crispy.
Right? And we're gonna make our own blue cheese to go with it. So let's go get it done.
All right, let's do it.
See you in a bit.
Basement.
All right, so here we are. We're gonna make our own blue cheese. So we're gonna take a half cup of mayo, always Duke's mayo, people, and then half a cup of sour cream.
Love these packets.
Yeah, they're awesome because you never get air on the sour cream that's in the package, unlike the one that comes in the tub.
Yeah.
As soon as you open it, it all gets air.
So they had these in Central America 15 years ago. And I was always like, why doesn't the United States have this?
Kind of like the Canadians have milk in a bag.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither. All right, now we'll just take a bunch of blue cheese with your hand. We can always add some if we need to. Tad bit of salt, tad bit of pepper. And then fresh parsley would be better, but when I went to the store, it's the one thing I forgot to get. So
okay.
We're gonna use parsley flakes.
It looks fresh, from China.
Correct. Now you're just gonna mash it up. You're gonna like press down with that spoon. It does look good.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Maybe more blue.
Chillamatic's gonna say that we should buy some device to make it better.
That's probably right.
We will. Chillamatic, please.
Give us all the advice you have.
I have a confession, I'm Chillamatic.
That's good.
Yeah, that's hitting.
Do we like this consistency, or do we want to liquefy it a little bit?
With milk or what?
Yeah, whole milk. I have whole milk that we can put in there if we want to.
Yeah, we put a little bit.
You want to do that? Yeah, I think this is the right consistency for dipping wings.
Good. Sorry, Donnie, he didn't give you a taste.
Totally forgot.
You know, it wasn't that good.
The dogs did.
Yeah, he gave the dogs.
All right, so with this 0 to 400 or 0 to 600 method in our case, one thing that we have to do definitely is clear out the smoke box, the fire box. And the reason for that is when there's a lot of dust in there and old pellets, for the first like 3 to 4 minutes, it is a mountain of dirty smoke while it cleans that thing out. So I wanna see if we can reduce that, minimize that. Luckily, it's pretty easy. Just take the grates out. Take this dirty thing out.
She's looking nice though, well seasoned.
And then this thing here gets filled with ash. Look at that.
It's nice it holds it though.
We did a video on cleaning this thing out. That's the most important thing is to clean this thing out, because all of the ash will actually impede your flames a bit. And then here's the firebox, and I'm just gonna reach in there and pull out as best I can, because you see that? Once this thing heats up, that is just gonna turn into dirty, dirty smoke. It would be good to have a vacuum, but I don't wanna go through all that trouble right now. So I'm just gonna do this and be done with it. All right, so that's ready. Now let's go back in and prepare the wings. We'll see you in there. Okay, so here are the wings. I already removed them from the packaging. I already dried them off. Just toss some olive oil in there. And the one thing about this versus the basket method is that with the basket method, we only season after the fact.
Right, yeah.
Because the basket will hold on to all the seasoning. So in this case, we're actually gonna season prior to. So again, I'm a little excited to see how this works out.
Yeah, so if this works, I'm gonna still do the basket.
Right.
When I'm like, I don't know, having more time outside, but this is, I hope it does it.
I mean, it could be a big fail, we don't even know.
This is what we searched for years, like crispy wings, not fried. I don't know. That's why the basket was so huge for us.
We're gonna go liberal with the seasoning and just mix it up.
Oh my God, can I eat one now?
Yes. Don't worry, we have an ambulance standing by.
And what's the rub?
If you want to taste the rub, you can take a lick of your. This is Loot and Booty Barbecue Gold Star Chicken Rub.
Okay.
It's nice and salty, a tad bit sweet, but not overly sweet.
That's perfect.
You can actually see it's got a lot of pepper too. All right, let's take this out. So I'm thinking, Bob, that we're gonna try to stack them as much as we can on the top rack.
I'm gonna go drums, flats, whatever hot side we think we should put the drums because they're thicker.
Why does your side look so much more neat
Nice
than
and
mine?
organized. It's because flats are more uniform.
I like the uniformity of yours. I'm gonna try to do the same thing.
So where'd you get them?
At the local grocery store because I didn't have time to go to Costco,
2
which
packs
sucks.
or 1?
This is 5 packs.
Oh man.
They come in little, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen this.
$20 more than the same amount from Costco. What are you gonna do, man? I couldn't drive out because
Yeah,
Costco is
I feel that.
miles from here.
Yeah.
Damn, that's the problem when you live out in the country. You got to drive miles to get to Costco.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Correct. We're at the moment of truth.
I'm excited.
We're gonna turn this thing on.
So we got to sit here and drink and watch it. That's what I like.
I think we do.
That's
I like
my favorite
that as
kind of
well.
grilling.
Me too. Here, you do the honors.
And kill it. It's gonna jump in.
I want you to just grab it with the palm of your hand and like
No.
gently walk it out to the pond.
Well, I should kill
and
it.
drown
Oh,
it.
drowned it. Oh god.
You know the best way to kill
He just
them?
smashed it with his fingers.
We got to kill them because they're gonna take over the world, man.
All right, 600, man.
So shut it.
This is gonna be interesting. Like I said, in the startup, usually there's this mountain of dirty
Yeah.
smoke. The other day, it was so bad that you couldn't even see out. It was so smoky. Like, I'm pretty sure the neighbor was about to call 911 thinking we were having a house fire over here. Okay, so we can see a little bit of that dirty smoke starting to come out now. It does smell good, I must
Yeah,
say.
it's beautiful smoke. Quit calling
Yeah.
it dirty, man.
Luckily, this will only be for, like I said, for a couple minutes. And then you're gonna eventually hear that sound I mentioned, that whoosh. And there, actually it just went off. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
So now that dirty smoke is gonna go away.
Man, it looks awesome.
So that wasn't as much as it was the
'Cause
other
you
day.
cleaned it out.
I think clearing it out helped.
Flapping around.
Go like this and inhale. Inhale from the hole in the side. It is slight heavenly, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it's gonna be like the boy who cried wolf when our house actually is
Yeah, he's
on
like, oh,
fire.
he's
He's like,
smoking.
yeah, he's just smoking meat. 300. We're heating up to 400 here real quick. This has only been going for what, maybe 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It's a lot of smoke coming out of there. All right, 390. Let's take a look. Woo!
Yeah, so we can go a little longer.
Yeah, we're good. Just let it keep going. Man, they do look beautiful though. Look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Look at that flame. And that's no joke. Everything looks fine, right?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Woo! I think we turn them.
All right.
Let's wait till it gets to 600. All right, we're at 600.
All right.
All right, I
You
think.
made it.
Man, even this is hot.
Yeah, don't burn yourself now.
Woo! Oh, we got a flare up.
Yeah, these are
Oh
getting-
boy, we got a flare
shit.
up.
Oh,
Big
shit.
time flare up. We
What do
gotta shut
do,
it.
Pull the wings.
We gotta shut it. Turn it down. It's because that sear bar
Oh, it's covered in the.
is
yeah.
covered in stuff, and that stuff's catching flame. 600 is too hot. I should have cleaned it off first.
All right, it's not touching the wings at least.
All right, let's flip, and then we'll set it back to 600. Yeah, this isn't easy.
Only the edge ones are a little black, which is okay.
Whew, man, that's hot. I can't even get my hand in there. Whew. They do look good though.
Yeah, they do look good.
So what do you think? Back to 600 again?
Put it to 500 maybe.
Yeah, maybe 500. I would agree with that.
Or 4, man.
4. Let's do 4.
Yeah. Let's not around.
That's the reason why there's the 400, 0 to 400 is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was hot as hell. My fingers are.
Yeah, that was rough. I cleaned out the firebox, but I didn't clean that Searwood.
So, but most of them don't have
thing
that
off.
crazy ass flame, which is awesome. But then that's maybe.
Well, they also don't have that thing right there.
Yeah. The
Which
flavor.
was-
Is that a flavor guard?
They call it the flavor bar, which
Yeah.
is just, marketing, but it's covered in old cook. So, but man, they do look good, I must say. Look at that. Oh yeah, they look nice. All right, so we're at 400 degrees now. I think it's time to test. I will say,
They're sizzling.
They're sizzling, but they're not nearly as crispy
That means we're not ready yet.
as when we do it in the basket.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know when we're done, but well, we know when we're done, but we're not there yet. So look at this. See that sizzle?
Yeah.
That's gonna create crispness. If we
Can you get a close up of that?
Yeah, like that. That's gonna create crispness. Yeah, they ain't crispy.
All right, so we've been running at 400 now for a few more minutes, and they're starting to get crispy, but we did get some black on there. Maybe it was from the flare up, or maybe it's just because that's the style. To get it even more crispy, we think we're gonna crank it to 500 for another like maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, we need crispiness.
And then we're gonna pull them. So far, I'm liking the basket better, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, let's crank her at 500, and let's monitor this closely. This should really only be like,
A few minutes.
yeah, just a couple minutes. All right, we're pulling these because they're just getting black. Hopefully they're still good.
I'm sure there'll be money.
I mean, they're gonna be crispy now because they're black. I must say, so far,
They're black end.
black end. I'm definitely liking the basket method better because we get molasses, we don't get black.
Yeah.
Look at this one, dude.
Yeah, the corners.
That's like charcoal.
I'll eat it.
I will too. Let's go ahead and pull these charcoal wings off. This might be our first fail. This is like $50 of blackened wings.
They are
Very
black
upsetting.
a little bit.
I'm a little upset right now, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna stay up till 4 a.m. and do it tonight by myself.
So I would blame the fire, but honestly, they weren't this black
No,
before the fire.
it was not. Yeah, that was not.
Damn it. All right, well, let's go in and taste it. You know, what are you gonna do?
I mean, dude, at a barbecue place, they're like, yeah, when they're not fried, they give you blackened wings.
Is that right?
This is,
All right, well, let's hope it's good then. Man, these are so overcooked. All right, let's give it a shot dry. Look at that. That
So
is.
you get the blue at least?
Yeah, we should get the blue. This tastes like burnt wings. It's no good.
A little burnt.
It's burnt. Can't even taste the seasoning, honestly, because this is burnt.
We burn them.
Yeah, they're burnt. And I said we had to monitor them very closely.
We were monitoring. I mean, we were on it.
Yeah, this is a fail.
It's okay. This happens.
We knew it would happen eventually.
They're not horrible.
I mean, they're still edible, but they're not as good as our usual wings. All right, let's toss. Sauce can save it. I mean, that looks good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the sauce and the blue is good.
Yeah, I like this.
That helps. That blue is really good.
Yeah, that blue is very good. We gotta start doing that. I think next time we go to 0 to 400.
0 to 400, yeah, and stick with that. All right, so we're back. Night 2, the very next night, we decided we had to fix the busted wings that we did last night, even though we ate them all.
Yeah, they were better than Buffalo Wild Wings that are soggy wings.
But they weren't up to our standards,
no,
for
they
sure.
were blackened.
Yeah.
So they got crispy per se, but it was black and crispy.
We could just do an episode and call them the Basement Hangout Blackened Wings, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna stick to the 0 to 400 rule. Question is, why did it happen? We did have a flare up yesterday. So one thing I'm gonna say is if you're gonna do up to 600 degrees on the Searwood, make sure you clean
the flavor
bar up
Yeah.
before you do that, because I'm pretty sure it's the stuff on there that caught fire. But honestly, I don't think that's what caused the problem.
Yeah, we should have kept it at 400, just went longer, I think.
Within just like a couple minutes, all of a sudden they were all black.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just do the strict 0 to 400 rule and see how it works. So we're gonna get started right now.
I think it's gonna work.
Let's go get the wings and get them on. Another thing is last night, we don't know how this is possible, but it does seem like the hot side has shifted to the left.
Which makes no sense at all.
Makes no sense. So let's do,
Yeah, do the drums on the left.
should we do that, or should we just stick with what we did last night?
Let's do the drums on the left because it did seem to get hotter,
Okay.
I think.
We seasoned them the exact same way that we did last night, so everything is exactly the same. Now, if they're really good, are we gonna eat all 70? You and me?
I could eat 35.
I mean, Donnie's not here to help us, so.
Yeah.
Donnie couldn't make it tonight, he's slacking, but that's okay, we'll feed the dogs this evening.
He's upset about the blackened.
Yeah, he
wings
can't
last
believe
night.
that we failed. Let's crank her.
So we're going 0 to 400. Should we smoke boost a little bit or not?
Not if we want to try the 0 to 400 method,
All
right?
Yeah.
It's you just turn it to 400 and let it go from cold.
Yeah, it's just different.
It is different. I'd hate to ruin 2 batches of wings.
Yeah, 2 nights in a row.
That would be bad.
No matter what, we're gonna tell Donnie was an amazing cook. Dude, you missed the best wings ever.
That's right. See what happens when you don't show up, Donnie?
So it's been like 11 minutes.
They look really good. Look back here. So back here is hot, and back here is definitely hot.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we should switch those up.
Yeah,
Let me
we
get the
should.
tongs. They are looking very nice, I must say.
Yeah, they are looking very nice.
Very nice. I think it's time to flip.
Yeah, we're getting molasses color.
Oh yeah, this is what they were supposed to be the other night.
So will they get crispy? That's the question.
That is the question. We're gonna find out soon.
Or why is they're gonna come back supposedly?
They're on their way back. They're expecting good wings. We can't fail 2 nights in a row, Bob. Yeah, these flats are getting brown again.
Do you mean black?
Yeah, but not nearly as bad as the other night, that's for sure. The ones that are on the sides get burned, man. The ones that aren't like this are perfect.
Yeah, but not crispy.
Not as crispy as the basket.
What are we doing wrong? We're not using the basket.
We're not using the basket, and we have them on the sides. I think we need to avoid the sides, dude.
Yeah, so should we put those fatties down here?
I think, yeah, we put them here in the middle.
We don't want black.
We don't want black on any of them.
We want molasses crisp. Right now, basket.
100%. There's no doubt. This is, like, we would have set the basket. We would have turned this thing to the temp, and we would have gone and
Just
played
check.
shuffleboard.
Just check for color.
Come and check every once in a while.
You can check it after an hour.
Never mess with anything, never flip anything, never worry about the sides.
That's true.
And they would have been absolutely bomb.
So when I'm being lazy, don't want to use the basket, really it's less work to use the basket.
Exactly, yeah. Here we are, these ones that were getting too dark, they're too dark. They're burnt yet again. So the ones on the sides got burnt. We gotta pull those right now.
You gotta pull them.
The ones on the top though, you were saying are good.
So this,
yeah, that's good.
yeah, you can hear it,
That's perfect. So we need to stay away from the sides
apparently.
on this Weber Searwood. So lesson learned there. We'll still eat these. I mean, they're not nearly as bad as they were the other night.
No.
Still gonna be good.
You can hear, well, yeah, those are burnt. That's why you hear the crisp.
Yeah, that one's burnt. I mean,
So the basket's the way.
the basket is the way, dude.
I'm gonna go back to the Reddit thread and blow everyone's mind and change everyone's lives.
I think so.
And they're gonna be like, we don't have a rotisserie hookup, unfortunately.
Well, you need to get one.
That's the hammer. So all the new pellet grills that look amazing, they don't have the rotisserie hookup, except for the Searwood, from what I can tell.
So do we?
I think the flats are done, drum's gotta go longer.
Do we put it in the same thing, or do we
Yeah.
separate the black ones?
We're gonna eat them all anyway.
No, I demand a separate container for the good ones.
They are not worthy. This is a learning process.
Correct. So you
gotta
just
be in the
absolutely
middle.
cannot use the outside. That's the first, I would say, major flaw of the Weber Searwood.
So the other guys on the Rectech,
Yeah.
there is no flame at all, only
Yeah, yeah,
smoke. So, because it's all covered.
So it's give or take with everything, right?
But you wanna be able to sear, that's why the flame's so
Right.
nice.
All right, so we're ready for the taste test. These things are done.
Yeah.
These are the ones that got a little overcooked because they were on the sides of the Weber Searwood. Pick one, man. Looks good. It's good. Very good. Basket's better.
Yeah, basket's better,
Basket's better.
but acceptable.
Definitely better wings than you can get at the restaurant, but nothing compares to those basket wings.
Yeah, the basket's true smoked fried somehow.
We tried twice. I think they came out as good as they're gonna get on this side.
Yeah.
Basket's better. If you have a smoker, buy the basket, buy the rotisserie if you want the
Yeah.
best smoked fried wings. 0 to 400 method. It's better if you don't have a rotisserie, but compared to the rotisserie, not as
Yeah,
good.
you can't beat it.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.